Now to the Columbia River Crossing project. It's been a controversial project since the start, and now there's a Clark County commissioner who wants leaders there to issue a public apology to voters.
Yeah, he says the voters have said no to a new bridge and light rail over the Columbia River already, and no one seems to be listening. Cor Harlan in Vancouver tonight with these new developments. What's this call for an apology about, Cor?
Well, it's just complicated. Jeff, Clark County Commissioner David Madore simply says enough is enough concerning all of this. He says the public mood is against a new bridge and light rail, and he says elected officials on the CTRAN board who keep pushing for a new bridge and light rail are testing the limits of their integrity.
It's about integrity. It's talking about keeping our word. Does our word mean anything?
Clark County Commissioner David Madore says the voters have spoken against a new Columbia River bridge and light rail, but he says the CTRAN Board of Directors is not listening. In Madore's integrity resolution, he says in essence, CTRAN acted in bad faith by rushing ahead of voters to approve the CRC light rail project without the consent of the people.
There are assurances that were given to our community that said any form of funding light rail, you're going to get a vote. And we won't use any of our existing taxes that you already approved for buses for light rail.
Madore goes on to imply CTRAN board members ignored their own bylaws and previous promises to voters, that it betrayed those commitments made to Clark County citizens by authorizing a contract to be signed with Portland TriMet that funds CRC light rail operations and maintenance without the promised vote of the people. Madore says Clark County voters who've said no to a new bridge and light rail deserve an apology. State Representative Jim Moeller, a Vancouver Democrat and bridge supporter, says just because Madore didn't get his way on the CTRAN vote to fund light rail operations doesn't mean that everyone who disagrees with him has no integrity. Now, I just got off the phone like 15 minutes or so ago with Vancouver Mayor Tim Levitt, who's heard about all of this. He calls this proposed resolution laughable and frivolous, all in the same sentence here. Says the push is on to continue to push for this bridge, and he says that could happen at the next special session of the Oregon legislature. Live here in downtown Vancouver, Cor Harlan, KOIN 6 News.
Thank you, Cor.